The science of biology. You may wonder, what is science? Science is an organized way of gathering and analyzing evidence about the natural world. It is a way of observing, a way of thinking, and a way of knowing about the world. In other words, science is a process and not a thing. One goal of science is to provide natural explanations for events in the natural world. Science also aims to use those explanations to understand patterns in nature and to make useful predictions about natural events. The scientific methodology involves observing and asking questions, making inferences and forming hypotheses, conducting controlled experiments, collecting and analyzing data, and drawing conclusions. Scientific investigations begin with observation, the act of noticing and describing events or processes in a careful, orderly way. After posing questions, it's time to make inferences. An inference is a logical interpretation based on what scientists already know. Inference combined with a creative imagination can lead to a hypothesis. A hypothesis is a scientific explanation for a set of observations that can be tested in ways that support it or reject it. Testing a scientific hypothesis involves designing an experiment that keeps track of various factors that can change or variables. All the other variables should be kept unchanged or controlled. This is a controlled experiment. The variable that is deliberately changed is called the independent variable, and the variable that is observed and the change in response to the independent variable is called the dependent variable. A control group is exposed to the same conditions as the experimental group, except for one independent variable. Scientists make detailed records of experimental observations, gathering information called data. Quantitative data are numbers obtained by counting or measuring. Qualitative data are descriptive and involve characteristics that cannot usually be counted. Scientists use experimental data as evidence to support, refute, or revise the hypothesis being tested and to draw a valid conclusion. Hypotheses are often not fully supported or refuted by one set of experiments. Curiosity, skepticism, open-mindedness, and creativity help scientists generate new ideas. These are the scientific attitudes. Scientists share their findings with the scientific community by publishing articles that have undergone peer review. Scientific papers are reviewed by anonymous independent experts. This allows researchers to share new ideas and to test and evaluate each other's work. In science, the word theory applies to a well-tested explanation that unifies a broad range of observations and hypotheses and that enables scientists to make accurate predictions about new situations. What is the relationship between science and society? Well, using science involves understanding its context in society and its limitations. Pure science does not include ethical or moral viewpoints. Also, the way that science is applied in society can be affected by bias. A bias is a particular preference or point of view that is personal rather than scientific. Biology is the study of life. But what is life? Well, living things are made up of basic units called cells, are based on a universal genetic code, obtain and use materials and energy, they grow and develop, reproduce, respond to their environment, maintain a stable internal environment, and they change over the time. The study of biology revolves around several interlocking big ideas, like the cellular basis of life, information and heredity, matter and energy, growth, development and reproduction, homeostasis, evolution, structure and function, unity and diversity of life, interdependence in nature, and science as a way of knowing. Biology includes many overlapping fields that use different tools to study life from the level of molecules to the entire planet, such as biotechnology, that is based on our ability to edit and rewrite the genetic code, in a sense, redesigning the living world to order. Because researchers need to replicate one another's experiments, and because many experiments involve gathering quantitative data, scientists need a common system of measurement. This is why most scientists use a metric system when collecting data and performing experiments.